Hi, welcome to Classy Chats UK with me, Ryan. Hope everyone's doing well. Right, we're back on Maggie the marina. You saw the last video where Norman went and I replaced Norman with Maggie. So, what have I been doing this week? Well, I've started to clean inside the engine bay. It wasn't bad. You saw the videos, but I thought I'd just brighten it up with some nice shiny bits. So things like water bottle cap, and then a couple of covers, and then I've repainted the wiper motor in like a chrome paint, just to make it a bit blingy, a bit pop, because the outside's lovely, the interior is lovely, so I may as well make the engine bay lovely. I've also repainted the front grille. It's been painted in the past and it's chipped, so I thought I'd just give it a coat of satin black just to make that a little bit nice. When it was on the ramp, I've wax oiled all of it, so it's all done, it's all neat, all inside the wheel arches. And as you can see, she's off the ramp now, so she must be on wheels. Now, we were on about the wheels. Last time, it had, I don't know what wheels they were, but they were 14-inch aftermarket wheels, and it didn't suit the era of car. They had wheel spacers on, which is a no-no. They're not safe, wheel spacers aren't. I don't like them. It's one of them, if the wheel doesn't fit, don't try and make it fit with aftermarket spacers because, well, they're dangerous. Anyway, banded wheels. I've had them painted. I've put new tyres on them. I've gone for a nice expensive Yokohama tyre, and I'm just in the middle of fitting them, and this is what they've come out like. So there you go. My mate up the road has kindly painted them for me, and it just sets it off. They're colour coded. I know there's a lot of green hitting you, but they will have the centre caps, which are chrome, so it'll pop. So it'll be a old car, but with a bit of a retro sporty finish. So I'm gonna put the last wheel on, and then what we'll do, we'll go for a run round the private road. Well, that was a nice little adventure. She drove lovely. Gearbox was nice and smooth. Brakes worked okay. I mean, it's an old car, so it's not like modern day cars, but they worked. And the ride, it was fine with these wide wheels. So now I know she runs and drives and she's safe. We're now gonna give her a quick service. So I'm gonna drop the oil and drop all the coolants, and then just replenish with new, and then we'll get her all waxed up. I'm going to ceramic coat it, and then we'll take it to the show. So when I took it for a test drive, before it went out, I topped up the radiator with some blue antifreeze, and it was lovely and crystal blue in the tank. Anyway, we didn't go far. We went across the road onto the other industrial estate and just did a couple of laps, as you saw in the video. And then when I did bring her back in, this tank went from a crystal blue to a really dark black. So, why it's here, why I'm servicing it, I decided to take the radiator out. The radiator doesn't leak, it's fine. But when I emptied all the water and drained it, it was black. It didn't look like it had any antifreeze in, only what I put in, which I didn't put much because I only topped up the tank. So I flushed the radiator and it took about 2-3 minutes for the water to come through clear. It was just cacked in really dirty dark brown water, so it's clean. So before I put it back on and fit it all and put brand new antifreeze coolant in, I'm just going to give it a lick of paint in a heat-proof black matte paint. Anything's got to be better than what it was. So I'm just going to quickly whiz that, and we'll get it back fitted on Maggie and put some new coolant in, and then that's another job ticked off. Peace of mind that it's got the right coolant in and it's doing its job. Right, so the radiator's been painted and I've let it dry and it's come up quite nice. Right, I've got to fill the radiator up to a certain level. I don't know how I'm just going to bluff it now. I've got to fill the expansion tank up to this crease here, this line. It says in the manual for a 1.8 engine, 5.1 litres. So I've got a 5 litre there. It's got a bit of deionized water and antifreeze all mixed in. So I'll start with doing the radiator. I'm going to do it in little pint jugs first, so I don't spill it everywhere, and then we'll go until we've got no more. Right, Maggie has now got antifreeze in the system now. She runs up to temperature and we've got rid of all that crap that was in the radiator. We flushed it all out and we repainted the radiator and it's perfect. The last thing we've got to do on it is give her an oil service, which I'm going to do in a bit. But in the meantime, we've got a guest who's staying with us for a week until she goes back. So I'll show you who we got. Dolly's back. So I'm really chuffed that she's back, but she's not staying. She's having more work done. So, right, Dolly. She's had new brakes that side and new wheel bearing that side. My friend who's doing the work, he goes away, so he doesn't want to keep Dolly in his garage because he doesn't want people messing with her. So he's just brought her back while he goes and has a well-earned break. In the meantime, what he's done, he took this wheel off and it needs new drums, new shoes, and what else did it need? Bearing on this side, but also a hub. The hub that's on here, I'm not going to blame anybody, just one of those things. Whoever's messed with the hub on this side, when they've put the wheel studs in, they've put the wrong wheel studs in, and to make them fit, they've tack welded them at the back. So they were never flush, they were never right, and there was that much tack weld on the back. They've been rubbing inside the drum, hence new drums. So £350 later, I've got brand new drums for the back, another wheel bearing for this side, we've got new brake shoes, and I've managed to find a brand new hub with the studs already fitted. So he's going to concentrate on that when he comes back off holiday. In the meantime and all, he wants me to remove the backlights, number plate and bumper, because back at his garage I've bought the new panel. It goes down here, tucks under the boot floor. Why? Because if you look carefully here, it's got a dent, quite a big dent. So this light doesn't fit flush. You can tell with the bumper, and underneath here, whoever has been playing with it, they've cut this panel, joined it up to the boot floor, but they haven't welded it, they've used silicone. So right under here, there's a gap. So I've managed to get a brand new heritage part. So he's going to cut all this out and put the new panel on. I'm going to treat it to a new boot. Doesn't need a boot, but because I'm going to strip the paint ready for the body shop, there's that much different thickness paints on. It's just quicker, easier, cheaper to get a brand new boot, which has already got like primed, so that's ready. I've got some second-hand doors, so I'm not worried about the doors. So in theory, the only bit I've got to start rubbing down is the two back quarters, the two wings, and the bonnet, which is plenty for me because I don't want to get really messy and dusty. I don't want Maggie to get covered in dust. At the moment, the weather's lovely. Maggie can go outside while I've got the sander, but the weather will change, so I've got to try and do. So I've got a week to try and sort this back quarter, that back quarter, and remove all this. So that's the plan. So I'm going to end the video there now. Gone on long enough. The next video will probably be back on Dolly and a little bit of Maggie, and then judging by where we are, we should be getting ready for Maggie to go to the classic car show. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to show people in the local area what I've got hidden in the garage. So that's the plan. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I appreciate all the new people that are coming and subscribing. I hope you're enjoying it. We've got two different types of classics, both British Leyland, but two different types of cars. So hope you stick around and carry on and watch the transformation of Dolly. Right, I'm going to leave it there. It's too hot now. I'm going home. I'm going to have ice cream. Take care. I'll see you again soon.